One of the most interesting trends in housing recently has been the popularity of the tiny home. Let's go take a look at one of the nicest tiny homes you'll ever see. Hi, this is Seymour West with Keller Williams and Besavior. Today we're at the Refinery Custom Cabinets in Moody, Alabama with Luke Miller, one of the owners of the business, and the person who actually built this tiny home. Luke, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Seymour.
We're out here to learn about tiny homes. We know they're very popular and becoming such an option for people nowadays. Can you tell us a little bit about how this all came about?
We have always been interested in the tiny home space, and me and one of my partners, Joey, wanted to build this just to kind of see what we could do with a focus on a premium, best-in-class tiny home. So there's not a lot tiny about it. It's on about a 45-foot chassis, but our goal was just to kind of blow it out of the water and have a best-in-class build quality and finishes throughout. When we were working on the design process for this, the question we were asking ourselves is, where's this going to end up? And I think the tiny home community and vibe is all about being kind of a part of nature. So I see this being on a lake somewhere, on a mountaintop somewhere, where, especially because the huge windows, you're just kind of one with nature. Another idea that I've heard is an Airbnb somewhere, a college town or something, where I would have loved this when I was in college instead of a dorm room.
Tell us some things that are unique about this particular tiny home.
We wanted to build it kind of best-in-class premium, and we wanted to do a couple of things that we just hadn't seen before in tiny homes. Everything from the herringbone white oak flooring to the windows on the corner that give kind of a full corner view. We're imagining it on a mountainside or on a lake or something, where you just want this breakfast corner where you're able to see the outdoors. In the tiny home space, I think it's a community that wants to be very close with nature, and so one of our goals in kind of the windows was making it feel like you're almost in nature because you've got windows all around you. We have a mini split unit that air conditions the house, and if you look under the counter here, it's kind of obscured back in here so that we can have our airflow, but it's also not something that's large and mounted to the wall somewhere. We have our countertops and custom cabinets that, again, the goal is just to do a best-in-class finish. All comes with all the appliances. Some of them are compact to fit the space, and we have a few of our specialty touches on here in custom cabinetry.
One of the things that I learned while doing a little research, consumers have figured out that the tiny home life is not about sacrificing anything. It's more about providing options. I found many communities that are designed, like on lakes and mountains with views and so forth, that are specifically for tiny homes. So it's a booming industry.
I think so, and I think municipalities are just now learning kind of how to govern and set up spaces to make it a more friendly environment, both for finances and just the ability to put a house this size on a lot. I think in the next 10 years or so, there's going to be a further movement toward this as a community.
And tell us what sort of arrangements you would make with a buyer.
We're going to deliver it anywhere in the Birmingham metropolitan area, and then for additional cost, the furniture package comes with it, and then delivery beyond that. As far as utilities, one of the questions is, once you get it to a site, then how do you hook it up to your utilities? Well, everything is stubbed out within the tiny home, so once it's delivered to a site, it gets hooked up to utilities essentially like you would a normal house. So everything from the electrical. A normal plumber can work on this.
That's good to know. So
A normal electrician.
all that's done.
It is done.
Thanks again for seeing this wonderful tiny home. As we say, it's in Moody, Alabama, but it is on wheels, so wherever you are, we can get this tiny home to you. Before you leave our channel today, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that we can keep you informed of everything going on in the Birmingham real estate market. And as always, what we say, until we see you again, take care of yourself.